Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Potential meaning, in relationships, more so is the segue I was going with it, but it can be on anything, your career, your relationship, your children, or anything like that. So, as far as building on relationships, when it comes to me, I realized growing up that it is not okay. Okay, it is not okay to continue to try and build a relationship on the potential of what you think someone can do, because falling in love with the potential of someone can bring a lot of problems, Chad. A lot of problems. Have you ever built a relationship on the potential, Ricky?
Every last one. No, I'm just playing. Yes, I have.
Yes, you have.
It was always a mistake.
Why do you feel like it was a mistake?
Because we adults.
Mm-hmm.
We are adults. As far as potential goes, like, if you're with somebody, you're with that person. Like, usually when we're talking about potential, we're talking about non-tangible things. I can get with a woman. Well, is she this? Is she that? Can she cook? If she can't cook at 33, we just gonna be ordering DoorDash. Like, I'm not gonna be like, well, I'm gonna stay with her because she got the potential to cook a roast. No, the fuck she don't. Like, if I don't have the potential to build a house, like, I'm 36. I don't have the potential to build a house from the ground up by myself. I know how to do it. I know who to hire. But don't get with me. I need a man who can build a house from the ground. I need a man who can change my brakes. I don't change my own brakes. I take that shit to the shop. I'll change my oil. But don't get me as a man I need a man that's he gonna fight for me. No, I shoot for you. Like, we could go there, but I'm not fighting. I'm overweight. I'm 360 pounds, baby. I get tired quick. I'm not about to lose this fight in front of you so you can, like, that potential shit. But all joking aside, potential, it's a recipe for disaster for me as far as relationships go when you're looking for intangible things. Like, I can lose weight. I can't get taller. I can change a lot of things about me physically. But the way that I am, this nigga, he always joking all the time. He has the potential to be more serious. No, I don't. I've been laughing and joking for 30 some odd years. I'm gonna be that laugher and joker. I laugh at people's funerals. It's not like a mean thing, but it be what it be. Like, stop looking for. As far as men go, by the time we're 15, 16 years old, that's gonna be that person.
Oh no, don't say that. That's not true.
It's mostly true. Everybody's different for sure, but if that nigga 15, 16, and he's a bad nigga, he's gonna be a bad nigga at 25. He's gonna be a bad nigga at 35. I apologize for saying it.
I don't
talk
accept
to me.
that.
Tell me.
I wouldn't accept that. And I got this focus on kids. I don't accept that.
Yeah. And I mean, that's not to say that,
Thank you for being here.
People can't be rehabilitated, right? Once they are corrected when they do something wrong, or that people can't mature.
Yes,
in
15
life,
is still
right?
a baby.
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
You know what?
Yeah.
You are correct. 15 is still a
Yeah.
baby. But
You've done some dumb shit at an early age, and you are not the person that you
Right.
was when you was 15 years old.
I definitely am.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No, but I'm saying like the make of a person, or like me and my friend Osaranga. We've known each other since high school. We definitely have changed a lot. Osaranga is probably on a 180 since high school. Like I remember, like, hey, what you gonna do Friday? I'm gonna get towed up. No, see, like we used to have this thing where, like, you know, I'm a sober person. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do none of that. And I'd be like, hey, you know, our college days are like, hey, Portia was her name back then. What you gonna do Friday, Portia? I'm gonna get fucked up. And it was like every other Friday or something like that. She would lose phones, all types of shit. Today, what you doing Friday? I'm spending time with Egypt. Or I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Like, of course she's changed, but like that person that I met in high school, that's still that person. She's still a caring person.
Yeah.
She's still a kind person. She still will fight for what she thinks is right to the wheels fall off. But keep going.
I think that you are the sum of your experiences, right? At 15, you haven't experienced much, so I would hope that you have the opportunity to become a better person at 15, or you have the opportunity to become a worse person at 15. That's you just starting out, really. That's you. I told my kids when they turned 18, when they graduated, I said the reason I want you to go, I need you to go and find you, because the you that you are with me, you know, under my parenting, is that's not all there is to you. Okay. In order to finish developing you as a person, okay. I want you to have the freedom to do that. I wish there was
more parents that understood that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of parents that pigeonhole to keeping their kids up under their umbrella and up under their rule, and
that's the worst thing you could do.
Even as adults.
Yep.
And that's crazy as fuck.
That's the worst thing you could do.
So I wish more parents understood that.
So when do we stop expecting potential from certain people?
I think
when they show you otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think you should hold them to their childhood things, but I also am a firm believer. Like I tell my friends when they get married, I'm like, if you accepting this person, you need to marry this person, loving this person as they are today, because there's no guarantee that at 25, 35, 40, you know, that this person is going to change. They still may, but you need to go into this knowing that they probably won't at that age, you know, at a marrying age. I'm with you. You don't do you can, but a whole lot of changing after a certain point. But 15, that's when you lost me. I'm like, not the babies.
20, you know what?
Not
like,
the babies.
If I can use myself, I wasn't the same man, the same person I was when I was 15.
Right.
At 25, I was a man. At 30, like, everything switched and changed.
So about 30, I think that's pretty much
30 is stuck.
That's pretty much.
And I probably said that because, like, I just be tired of a lot of my friends getting into relationships. And they're like, oh, yeah, I can change him and I see the potential. And I'm like, girl, like.
You got to go in knowing, if your feet stink today, I got to go in knowing that I'm going to be able to deal with them stinking feet for the rest of my life. I'm saying if you going in with these stinking feet, don't think, well, if we get married, he going to start, or she going to start washing her feet every night. No, if them feet stink, you got to accept I'm marrying this stinking foot MF.
Yeah, but you going to wash them stinking ass feet too, though. You going to wash them.
You marry them with these stinking feet. Thinking you're gonna change.
I can marry you with stinking feet. But I can also provide you with the necessary tools, which means that I'm gonna do.
You think at 30 years old they ain't know how to wash their feet? They just ain't doing it.
I mean, they probably not, but there's things that everybody, you know, people are raised differently. You know what I'm saying? Right. Some people may have grown up in the dirty ass household. Some people may have grown up in the clean household, or you know, in between. But if that person come in and I'm accepting you with your stinky feet, and I know that I'm a clean person. Let me go ahead and make you this foot scrub right here.
What I'm saying is you shouldn't accept somebody with stinking feet.
Yeah,
because this is you. If you taking this stinking foot person,
I mean, if that's
with
one
the thoughts
flaw,
of changing them, then that's trying to work on potential. They got feet that could possibly smell good, but in fact, they feet stink.
So I guess that determines how much or your ability to we want, right? But it's the things judging the motherfucker and talking about them, then help them and shit. If that's somebody.
Since I was like 2 years old, I would get up super early in the morning. I would go in this kitchen, sit down at the table, wait for him to come in and fix me some cereal. He grab a cigarette, coffee, we talk. till he died, till a few years before he died. We did that. So he always told me, he was like, don't ever marry a woman expecting things to change that you don't like.
Yeah.
He was saying, like, if she doesn't work now and you know you need her to work, don't ever let her say, oh, when you marry me, I'll get to working, or when you marry me, I'll cook every day. Or when he's like, if you want that, do that before and get used to that before you get married, and make sure she's comfortable with it. Because guess what? Once you get married, she don't have to do none of this stuff. And now you're gonna be sitting there talking about, oh, I want a divorce. Now you gotta pay to get rid of somebody that you don't even like anymore. Because you could have just said, like, you know what? You don't cook all the time when I want you to cook, or you don't do these little things I want to do. So let's leave. Like, that's when you leave.
And that's why I used it that's why I went with the lowest level, like the stanky feet. But it's just an example of you marrying somebody with the expectation that those things are going to change, or you being with somebody, building a relationship, and they got to be marriage. Yeah. You should start building this relationship with somebody that you can accept even if they don't change. Because going in expecting things to change is not a good outlook, and it's probably going to lead to disappointment.
I mean, I agree with that to a certain extent, because I feel like, you know, everyone has their flaws about them, right? And I guess it goes back to what you're willing to accept and not accept. But I also feel like some people may not have had the proper form of communication, you know, when it comes to relationships. So I feel like if you really care, and if you really love this person, if you really want to put in the work, I feel like a person can, because they might be like, oh, well, you know, I never thought about it like that, or it was never put into that, you know, retrospect for me. But I feel like if a person just flat out showing you, like, no, I'm not going to change, I'm not going to move, like they're not going to budge in any way, shape, or form, then yeah, it's time for us to go our separate ways. But if you're coming to this person respectfully and you're talking to them and saying, hey, you know, this bothers me, and you know, or how can we fix this? Not you raggedy, you know, going off on them. It's about the way, you know, you.
But if you take them with those flaws, don't you think you taking them based on the potential of who they can be, as opposed to accepting them for who they are? I
mean, it is, and you taking a risk on it, but you know, it's a risk. Right. But like I said, if you really care for, you know, your partner that you're with, then some people will be willing to make those changes. You know, it's people all the time that set people in jail. Now they may go back and forth all the time, but eventually, you know, they'll get it. You know, and stay out of jail, and eventually, you know, they change because they see, you know, that they're repeated behaviors of missing out on their kids' lives, and missing out on their lives with their, you know, their families and things like that. And then it dawns on them like, damn, I'm missing a lot with my kids, I'm missing a lot with my wife, I'm missing a lot with my girl, I'm missing a lot with my man, you know. And then you know, it starts to weigh on them, and then, you know, they you know, potentially change or what have you. But I
think me investing in somebody because of their potential determines, you know, how much I invest or how much I take out of that situation. It really determines, or what determines that is, if it's somebody that wanted me versus somebody that I wanted, right? Because we talking about dating. When you ask, I don't know if it was who asked Rick, but have you ever dated for potential? Like the first question we opened up the show, I thought about 2 relationships immediately where I dated for potential, and it was both times where I was allowing myself to be had by somebody who acted like they wanted me. You know what I'm saying? So now when I think about people who versus people who I wanted and I pursued, I think you know, the potential and how much of the lack of what I'm getting out of that potential would be, you know, how much I put into it is it determined on how much I like that person, or how much I want that person. Because if you got potential and you just somebody that wanted me and I'm giving you a chance, it's only so long before I'm be like, your potential ain't enough. But if it's somebody that you want, it's somebody that I wanted, and his potential is like, I might invest a little bit more into trying to see that potential come to life versus somebody who's been chasing me, who's trying to prove to me that they want me. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question, Mark.
Well, here, like, it takes time, right? You can like the person for what you see on the surface, but it takes time for you to get to know the person enough to know if you like them.
Yeah, so
You know what I'm saying?
so my
So
question
what are
is,
you
in your
asking?
situations, did y'all have that mutual liking? Did y'all even come to like a evening point of, okay, I like this person evenly, or was it always unbalanced in the liking?
Yeah, it was an unbalance in the liking. I was settling.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Now,
know what
with
I'm
your
saying?
settling,
It wasn't. These are both times where it was like, these are people that I wouldn't have pursued. I wouldn't have.
Skip me. Our screen is frozen.
Yeah, I know. I see us keep doing that shit. It's back green now.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Got to refresh it.
Sorry.
But yeah. So yeah. You know, if I could change it, I would not have allowed myself, to succumb to them situations. Like, cause it's like I'm giving people the benefit of the doubt as opposed to the consequence of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? When I'm allowing myself to be had by somebody who appears to want me versus going for what I know I'm actually worth. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And I can't allow that anymore in my life, to give people the benefit of the doubt. When I know that you are what you appear to be and shit, I have to charge you with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And not allow myself to get drugged down into your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah.
So then that kind of
Hit
brings
that
up. So
on
we
notes.
were talking about like not being what you want in the start of a relationship. What about when you get with somebody and they change, or maybe their representative just left? You got to look at it one of two ways. They might have changed, or they might have just actually.
And then sometimes they didn't change. They just took the mask off.
Their representative just left. That's why I said their representative just left.
Mm-hmm.
They were acting. Before.
I've definitely been in a relationship where I felt like a mask was on, where I felt like it was this person, what I felt like was like the Van Gogh of Van Goghs and the Picasso, and then it turned around and just was like a 1099 from Ross, at the back wall. And with that relationship of giving this person the benefit of the doubt and the believing in the potential of this person, with me not even realizing like this person is essentially dragging me down and costing me, my mental health, my physical health, for damn show, my finances, and things like that. To now, I'm at a point in my life of where I know that, they always say every relationship is a blessing or a lesson, and that was definitely a lesson. So, yeah, I know not to, I guess not give so much of the benefit of the doubt, which I feel like is like a good thing and a bad thing, because I don't want to get into relationships being like too cautious or naive, if you will. But it's just like, damn, I feel like I don't want to come into relationships like with baggage because of this one specific person. But it's kind of like I feel like blindsided in a way, like, what's your motive? Like, I don't want to come into relationships like that, but I definitely learned a lot. So it's hard to not give someone the benefit of the doubt or believe in the potential, because you want to, but it's just like, damn, nowadays you got to think about like what's really your motive for real, which is kind of sad, I feel like. But I know that's where I'm at with that.
I think my flaw is, like I was saying earlier, I was talking about our last show was healing versus hoeing. Yeah. And during the breakup, I went through an actual healing process. And at that moment, I learned I overstay relationships when I know I should have left.
Yeah.
And once you overstay, it's like your energy can't even get right. It's almost like God or the universe or whatever you believe in is trying to force you out of it, and you just don't even, it feel heavy on you when you overstay. But I think I do it because I have the potential to look at things from the other person's perspective. I, as an empath, take on your outlooks on it. So I'll say, well, I understand why they did this, because they were thinking this, that, and the other, and they didn't understand that this was going to happen if they did this, or they meant to do this, and they didn't mean for, You know, and that's how I end up getting sucked in, and that's not a good way to be. Either.
Why do you feel like you do that though?
It's just part of who I am. It just is. It is.
I think I got a tinge of that.
You do?
Like a tinge of that. Definitely that.
I have it severe.
You said what?
I got it severe.
No, I got a tinge of. I used to have it severe, and when I used to have it severe, it used to be like terrible, like losing. Like you said, like that financial. Like I'm really serious about my money.
Yeah.
So that financial piece, when I look at, like I remember one time, one of my homegirls, shout out to Arlisha, one of my homegirls was like, "Hey, that bitch that you think that you like, don't like that bitch. This is why." And then my response to that was like, "You just saved me $10,000." Like, and I said that because in previous relationships, the woman who was like that, when I look back and just counted finances, I was like, I lost this, I lost that, I spent this, I spent that, and this and that, and it wasn't necessarily like a bad thing. Like at that time, I went by a philosophy: never give a woman more than I wanted to leave with. So when she left, it was like, okay, she left, whatever. But I done lost $10,000 behind this whole situation. So definitely, I've been that like deep into it. But like now, I'm like, man, I'm not old, but I be like, man, I'm too old for this shit. Like, if you like me and I like you, and you do this right and I do this right, let's be together. Let's do right. Like as far as like, oh, I gotta look at it from that person's way. No, it's some shit that you do as an adult that it ain't no such thing as, well, let me look at it from that person's way. You going to these concerts and you touching all over the nigga that's dancing on stage. If I can't do that to Janet Jackson when she come, then you can't do that shit to Chris Brown. I'm sorry. Hands up. Ooh, say something. Say something. Say something. No, but like that's just a itty bitty. But like even certain situations, like I know that in a relationship, I'm not comfortable coming home 4:00 in the morning and me not answering my phone. I know that that's a no-no. Whatever type of woman I get with, I don't think she's going to be the one who's okay with me coming home at 4:00 in the morning. Even if I was hanging out with Mark. Yeah, me and Mark, we was just hanging out, talking shit. No, I know when 1:30, 2 o'clock hit, I got to go. I got to bounce. So I know that you coming home at 4:00 in the morning. Oh, me and Stacy, we was hanging out and da-da-da. That shit ain't flying. So it ain't no, let me look at it her way. She was just hanging out with her friends having fun. Girl, you in a relationship with me. I'm not going for that shit. And that's some of the whole letting go of that potential too, is setting boundaries.
Absolute boundaries are very important.
Because
and also, even though I look at things from part of, like I said, that healing process I had to go through, I had to learn myself, hey, it's okay to be selfish sometimes. If this ain't the way you want it, because I had a hard time being selfish, but it's okay sometimes, and that's something I've learned, and I take that and I hold that, and that's again how I learned not to overstay. I can look at it your way and from your point of view, but when I used to get frustrated, like why they don't, when I do stuff, why won't they look at it from my point of view? I did this because, I'll even try to explain it and people will be like, no. I'm like, okay, I see what this is. So I had to learn not to do it. But even to this day, it's difficult. I will immediately start making excuses for another MF for some they did. Because I'm like, well, I could see I probably would. No.
Don't stop making
because
excuses.
You care, and you.
Do you care
it's
for
that
them more than
potential.
you?
I mean, in some circumstances, yeah, you do. When you're a giving person, yeah, you do get wrapped up in someone else's.
I am an empath, and I swear,
you do get
I'm
wrapped
honest
up in
about
someone
that.
else's world.
I take on other
Sometimes,
people's.
yeah.
I hear you, yeah, but like it's certain shit that you just not gonna let pass. And when we're looking at that potential, we're literally letting down our boundaries. Like my one of my things right now, I can't deal with nobody who's just not working at all. Like I make a certain amount of money, I need you to make a certain amount of money, because guess what? As much as I take you on trips and buy you this and buy you that, I need you to buy me some Jordans one time. Like I've been in relationships where I bought everything, like the weakest shit I've ever done. Hey, your birthday coming up. Can I get some money to buy you a gift? What the fuck does that mean? Can I give you some money to buy me a gift?
Well, we know you're not old school at all, whatsoever.
No, that's some new shit.
Right.
But that was definitely 23, 24. I'm grown now. We have to have
So you a 50-50.
No. Okay, so check this out.
Well, that's what I'm
I've never been in a relationship where it was 50-50. More of my relationships, I was 100, 0. I'm paying for everything.
Nah, I mean, no.
I can I like 50-50. I agree with 50-50 because guess what? Nobody feels bad about the situation. But I still am not 50-50. I'm not going to split down the mortgage because guess what? When you moved in here, I already had this mortgage. I already had this car note. I already had this. I'm going to take care of me and I'm going to help take care of you. But don't think that I'm going to pay for you like a child. Don't think that, oh, he's going to pay his bills and he's going to pay my bills and he's going to pay my car note and his car note and all of this. I need you to take the cell phone, take the car insurance.
Even if that's your wife?
My wife, I need you to give me something.
So my spouse you have to work, but what I would prefer is that we combined our finances.
That's cool.
And then we work as a unit, because I feel like if we splitting the bills or whatever, now I feel like we roommates. I don't like that.
I've never split the bills.
Okay.
When I say I've taken care of everything, I've purchased a house while in a relationship. Yeah. I've taken care of all the bills, and to where when I said you care about them more than I've been in that where I care about them more than me, and then somebody had to pull me to the side and was like, you used to buy shoes every couple of weeks and you used to do this and you looking rough, but she got her hair and her nails done and she got this and she not doing nothing, she not even cooking. Like it has to mean something to me.
Now my boundaries are firm. Now I am an empath and I will see things from your way, but if I have boundaries, they are solid and firm. And if those are overstepped, we done. There's no. I do have.
And then
boundaries.
everybody like has their different mind. Like
they do.
Like one of my things, like don't cheat on me. Like don't think that you're gonna cheat on me and I'm gonna come back. No, I'm gonna take that embarrassment in the L. Why y'all break up? Cause she thought another nigga was better than me. It's some things that I can deal with. Like I can deal with, oh, I'm out of work. I can deal with taking care of a house and home financially all by myself because I've done it. I'm used to it. But that whole 10 years and I'm doing this and you're not doing nothing, like that wears down on a man. From a man's point of view, if I can't see the value in you, then why are you here?
So if she was old school and wanted to stay home and y'all was married and you guys had children and all of that, and her staying home taking care of the children and you take care of the household, you wouldn't want that either? I do
that 100% all day. Like I said, you're making it worth something. Guess what? Because guess what? I love you. You love me. You're helping to raise my kids. You're a foundation for my kids. You're taking care of my kids while I'm at work. Of course I'm working 12-hour days, 4 or 5 days a week. But guess what? I know that my kids are taken well care of. I know that my house is taken well care of. I know that just give me my money for FanDuel. Give me my money for my cars, for my old schools. Give me a couple dollars to hang with the boys. Here's the check. Do what you need to do with it. That's value to me. Because right now, I'm a single man. I have somebody come and clean my house when I want to. I take my clothes to the laundry and pay them, wash them, fold them, all of that. That's what it is. I don't even plan on changing that when I get married. I don't want my wife washing clothes. Put all your stuff in. I'm going to take them to the laundry. They're going to wash, dry, fold. You enjoy that time where you don't have to. Them 2-3 hours.
That's kind of the mindset that I have. It's like, I don't need a wife to do all of the womanly duties.
Yeah,
and shit like
but
that.
you got work. He said she ain't got work. Mine got work.
No.
Because I feel like we can live at a higher standard.
With 2 bank accounts.
With 2 incomes. I just feel like that.
I mean, and that's that. But like, if my wife is working and I'm working, for sure, we got maid service coming in. Yeah. For sure, somebody else is doing the laundry.
Absolutely.
For sure,
absolutely.
All of that stuff.
Because I do that now.
I want to enjoy my time with you and shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to, you know what I mean? You're not about to be the select, especially if you're working too and shit. Like I want.
Yeah, if you're working too, because I explained it to my homeboy. I was like, so you expect your girl to work the same hours as you, come in, cook, clean, fuck you and suck you, and all you got to do is tighten up. Well, I keep the house together.
I was telling
all you got to do is tighten up the fucking doorknob because it's loose. No, nigga, don't do that. If your wife is working, you working, like you said, put both of y'all monies together.
Yeah.
All right, it's Friday. We're gonna put the clothes in the
A
laundry.
partner, not a dependent.
Yes.
That
Partner,
shit so
not
much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
That
Absolutely.
shit so. That's
Absolutely.
what I stand on as far as a
Absolutely.
relationship, man.
Because I actually got in beef with somebody and they sat me down real good with it. Actually, I didn't get in beef with them. They got in beef with my girl, and she was like, "Oh, you living over there with your daddy?" And she was like, "What you mean?" She was like, "That nigga take care of everything. He take care of you. He take care of the house. He take care of your family. He take care of everything." And I was like, "Whoa." You know, inside. I ain't say that out loud. But it was like, she's telling the truth because I literally take care of everything. And then when I left, people saw that. Like when we broke up, I didn't tell nobody shit. She didn't tell nobody shit. Motherfuckers came to me and was like, "Everything okay?" And I was like, "What you mean?" That's like, her nails and hair ain't done as much as they used to. And I was like, no, everything cool. Then a week later, everything broke down. I was like, yeah, we knew you broke up when her hair and nails wasn't done like they was. And I was like, for real? Like, yeah, you was taking care of, you was doing. And I was like, I was doing what I was supposed to do as a man. But transparency, I was a sucker.
So when did you know that you needed to leave?
I knew when I needed to leave when I accused her of doing some foul shit with a nigga that I didn't know and I didn't want her to hang around with. Not cheating.
You accused her, so she didn't.
I accused her. She tripped. I ain't gonna do nothing. Her brother ended up getting in her ear and said, "Hey, Ricky take care of everything. He a cool ass nigga. He don't never do nothing. He one of the best niggas you ever had. You need to come clean with that nigga and tell me what you did." She came clean, told me what she did at work. At work, I was like, you know what? I don't need this in my life. We broke up then. I was like, I don't need this because I'm a good man. I do what I'm supposed to do. If you can't listen to something as simple as don't hang out with that nigga because I don't know that nigga, and other people are telling me you hanging out with that nigga, now I'm really a sucker. Like, and I guess that was my thing. Like, I don't want to be looked at as a sucker.
What was the problem with her hanging out with this person?
Oh, the nigga liked her for sure.
Okay, what that mean?
If I'm at work, why are you hanging out with this nigga that likes you?
Did she like the person back?
I don't give two fucks.
You kind of can't control that.
I can't control it, but I
no,
can say.
not you.
I can't control him liking her.
Him.
You can't. I wasn't even talking about him. I'm saying for her. So she can't really control the friend liking her. Yeah, as long as she doesn't let him overstep.
Okay, so let me dig deeper into the story. I'm at work. I'm getting calls. Hey, you got a new car? Nah. Well, why is such and such taking pictures in the front seat of this Charger with some liquor? I was like, oh, I don't know. So I call her. Hey, you told me you was chilling at the house today. Oh yeah, such and such a friend came by and he picked us up and you know, he been trying to kick her. Well, I see the picture. Why is she sitting in the back seat? You sitting in the front, and she's taller than you. In a Challenger. I'm sorry. Ain't no space in the Challenger for a tall motherfucker in the back seat. So I was like, is that nigga from such and such? Oh yeah, he cool. That nigga like you. No, he don't like me. I need you to get home by the time I get to work. By the time I get home, I need you home.
Why?
Because you in that nigga car. First off, and then as it turned out, she came clean. You had to lie about the nigga. Why did you have to lie about the nigga? And say that you wasn't with that nigga? Cause what happened was, before she told me she wasn't with that nigga, boom, this happens. If you have to lie about this nigga likes you or whatever. If I'm at work, you shouldn't be out hanging with a nigga having fun, drinking and shit.
What's she supposed to be doing?
So what she?
Hang out with your friends. Hang out with your male friends. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You not hanging with
hang out with her male friends, but don't hang out with this one particular male friend because
that you don't
I don't
know.
Like this nigga because it's coming off as a little bit of like jealousy, and you just said you don't know him.
It could come off as jealousy. Guess what? It could come off as jealousy, and I'll take the L. I'll be jealous, but it's some shit that I just don't like.
So at the core of that, as a man, what I feel like is that. Or the question that I want to ask you is this: was it that you didn't trust him, or did you didn't trust her?
There it is.
Oh, I didn't trust her.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because okay.
That's a good question.
And
That
then
is a
here
good
we go.
question.
The potential. You're a liar. I know you're a liar. You've lied to me before.
So
I've
wait.
given you the potential
Wait.
to
So
not
let
lie.
me ask you something, because when you started this narrative of the story, you said that you accused her of something. An accusation means that it was accused, but it wasn't real.
Right, it wasn't true.
But then you said she came out and told you what she did. So what was the thing that she did with the man that you accused her of doing something with?
Was hanging out
Hanging out.
and her not telling you.
And her.
So what?
Yeah.
So that's what she did.
That's
when she
what
came
Right,
clean.
she hung out with a man and the man that he doesn't like and didn't tell him.
Okay.
No, I don't know the nigga to not like him.
Okay. Right. So when you got the confirmation that they hung,
That you lied about.
yeah. So when you lied about hanging, now it's like now you're telling me the truth about the fact that you was with him, but now you're still not telling me the truth about everything you did while you were with him. It's probably in the back of your mind, right?
You might be right. I didn't even think about it that way. But that might be a seed right there that was planted. If you lied about just being with this nigga, what else are you lying about?
Because the reason why she came clean, it was because what? Was it because you had?
Her brother was like, you need to stop playing with this nigga. Tell this nigga what's going on.
Oh, because so it was somebody else that knew.
Her brother.
Right,
Literally, she was like, hey,
so maybe her brother actually knows that she fucks around with the dude, and know, you know what I'm saying? So now her
brother a hater.
I mean, no, I respect her.
Because I'm trying to put it together.
But see, is her brother a hater or is her brother a real nigga and shit? Because he's looking out for the
supposed
dude.
to be her brother.
Wait. So you condone the actions of your family members, whether they right or wrong, is what it's. That's what you just said.
But I'm not gonna say you need to tell him.
Because
Even
It's
if I
not
say you need to
condoning no
stop,
action because
I might be
that's
like
what
you
you
need.
said.
I might say you need to stop. That's not right what you're doing. But I'm not gonna be
see,
like
But see,
you need
here's
to
the,
tell
here's,
him.
not right about
here's
it.
the X factor about that, right? Because they got the relationship to the point where he has a rapport with her brother to the point where he feel comfortable enough to come to him with that.
No,
What you mean? No, it happened.
I disown my brother.
I feel like that's when it comes to security. I mean, being secure. Excuse me. Being secure in your relationship, because somebody can like you all day, but if you're not entertaining it, or if you set that boundary and say, hey, I understand that you have a liking for me, however, I'm in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Then I don't necessarily. I mean, I see the issue, but I don't see the issue, and probably because I'm secure in my relationship.
Oh, I was definitely not secure in that relationship.
Then why be with her then?
You should have. You overstayed that relationship, and that's why things was getting heavy and the energy was getting bad.
So I never said I was secure in a relationship. You've lied to me before. You've done crazy shit to me before. All of this shit.
So in her mind, she had you in the place where she wanted you. And she can do what she wanted to, right? Because she was getting all of the benefit from being that you were taking care of everything, to the point where when you left, she couldn't even get her hair done.
So she was reaping the benefits of you more so than anything.
So
Yeah.
she
didn't know the difference between a queen and a queen consort. She thought that she was just
I don't know the difference. What words you just used?
I was about to say what
There's a queen that's born a queen, and there's a queen
That's
only
treated
because she's married to a king that put her in that position.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
Okay.
The regular queen was born a queen.
But
so what do you call a lot of these queens right now that wasn't born that way, wasn't married in, but just feel like that they deserve the motherfucking crown just because they got a vagina?
I don't know what to call them.
Because there's a lot of them like
You
that.
call them duchesses.
I don't think they duchesses.
I don't know how to, but I know like duchesses can become
I don't
queens.
even think they. I don't think they.
Can they become
No,
that?
but to come back to you,
Samuel, what was his name?
It definitely probably was some jealousy in the situation.
Yeah.
Because I'm working hard, I'm paying all the bills, I'm doing this, and I can only afford this car. And then you run around with this nigga with this expensive car.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely was some jealousy in the situation. But my thing was, you've lied. Like, if me and you kicked it, and you always told me the truth, even to the detriment, you've told me the truth. If you say, oh, I'm hanging with the nigga, I know he like me and all that, he tried to kick it, I don't like him though, we just going out, it's going to be us friends, boom, boom, boom. I don't have no problem with that. But when you've lied to me before, you tell me, oh, we just hanging out, and and it just doesn't make sense, because if he was there for your sister, your sister should have been in the front seat, where it's more comfortable for her and where she should have been. If you the third wheel your ass in the back seat.
Okay.
But definitely was some jealousy in there, and it was just I'm tired of being lied to. I'm too good to like. I do my job too well to compete with anybody, and for you to make me think that anybody's competition is foul.
But did she make you think you were competition, or did you feel like he was competition by what he was driving?
If you going out with this man and I asked you not to, I didn't tell you not to. I asked you not to. I don't hit on you. I don't curse you out. We barely argue, and when we do argue, I'm never foul to you. I never call you out your name. I pay all of the bills. I make sure the food is filled in the refrigerator. I make sure you look good. I make sure you got what you want. I make sure you smell good. All of that. I work a double shift. I work whatever. I come in. Food might not be cooked. Food might be cooked. I don't complain about it. But don't make me feel like less of a man in this relationship. Don't make me feel like I'm ever competing with another man. Ever. Because I'll never make you feel like you compete with another woman. Ever. You're not giving me what I'm giving you. And if I ask you, don't go with this man for this reason, and you still do it, that's telling me that you're allowing another man to skew your decisions on what I asked you to do. And it's not me being controlling, it's just me feeling like that's what.
One thing that's really tough for me and one of my boundaries is feeling like I'm a prisoner in the situation that I chose to be in. So if I feel like I can't move like I want to move in something that I decide, I chose to be here. You didn't hold me here as a hostage. If I want to leave, there's no locks on these doors. I can leave, but I'm choosing to be here. To be made to feel like a prisoner or a hostage in that situation is rough. So, and it could probably push people out the door, or I ain't saying that's your situation. I'm just saying.
No, I don't think that was my situation, because a lot of the shit that happened, it was because I just let too much freedom happen. I was literally like, just, oh, you want to go? Go. I want to do, and then it just comes back and it's like, well, damn, she lied about this and she did that, and this person knows this and that and that. And then I just got tired of being
Somebody in the comments said, I feel like the brother should have never said nothing about it. So that what that says is like, but see, okay, so let me ask you something. If you were in that same situation and you were with somebody who wasn't doing you right, and you had a sibling who knew, would you want your sibling to tell you or no?
If it was my sibling, tell me.
Yeah,
but I don't expect my significant other sibling to tell me.
I didn't say expect.
Or I would think it's kind of a little bit hate, because I feel like with family like that or friends like that, you don't need enemies. Who needs them?
What? So even in that situation, I mean, and then I did kind of say it wrong. So if your significant other's sibling came to you and gave you confirmation that your person that you was with was fucking around on you, what's your next move?
I mean, you can probably validate it, because somebody's family usually ain't gonna lie on them. So I'm gonna, of course, be done with their sibling.
Okay.
But also,
so wait, stop right there. So that means you would appreciate being told.
Yeah, I would appreciate it,
because if you,
but I would be thinking to myself, even if I was the one being told, this is a dirty, because you done came and told.
So wait.
No,
My next question: who's dirtier, the person that told you or the person that did you wrong?
I mean, that person is dirtier to me, but the person that told me is dirtier to the person who was dirty to me.
The person that told is dirtier?
Is dirtier to...
That's fucked up.
To their sibling. But their sibling is dirtier to me. This is the whole different... I would feel like my sibling...
Yes, guess what? You're right. But at the same time, like, if you have dirty motherfuckers in your family, you need to hold them accountable for their bullshit. That's part of the problem, the reason why so much bullshit is going on, man.
I don't think so.
Her brother never came and told me. He sat her down like, look.
Oh, I thought he told you.
No. He sat her down like, look, you need to talk to him. Tell him what's going on. Because this nigga, he's a good nigga. Like, he's a good guy. Like, he takes care of the house.
We champion too much bullshit in our families and shit. Or give it the green light just because we like.
So she could have still never told me, and I would have never found out.
I mean,
she still chose to tell me at the end of the day.
You gotta have some loyalty.
But I feel like
okay. So
to a certain extent.
To a certain goddamn extent, yeah.
You know what I was telling I usually tell everybody I'm with, I don't want to get too close to even your friends, let alone your family, because I feel like if you decide you want to come bust my windows out and slash my tires, they shouldn't want to think twice about riding on my side. You know what I'm saying? These your people. That at the end of the day, whether me and you talk again, your people, your family is your family. Your friends are your friends. I'm gone now, and now you and your brother fell out.
Guess what?
You know,
you don't know. Just like that person is doing you dirty, you don't know how that person has done individuals in their family dirty. Mm-hmm. So what that is they don't deserve you, and you know what I'm saying. Don't disturb somebody's karma, and you know what I'm saying. Like motherfuckers is fucking you up. So yeah, it's like don't disturb nobody's karma.
But I'm saying I would leave, but. When I leave the situation, now that's caused a rift between family. And a
rift that was already there.
But what if it wasn't? They got
to be already there. It had to be.
That's my point. Because that person must have did them dirty already. Because
for sure.
Or they know that they're dirty in some kind of a way.
Because
and guess what? If it wasn't now you worried about shit that ain't your business. Just like you feel like the brother ain't worried about shit that wasn't their business. So now why are you? You see?
I'm just saying in general, if it was my family member, I would be a little bit.
I feel you. Like listen, you know why? You know why you feel like that? Because you ain't a motherfucker that would do somebody dirty. And if you did do somebody dirty, it's probably because they did you dirty. So for your family member to go back and shit, that's what. So you speaking from your perspective and the type of person that you are.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I feel like in that particular instance, I don't think that the brother should have came to her and told her to tell you anything if she wasn't doing anything that was out of line. But it seems like she was doing something out of line for her to come, for him to come and say, hey, you need to tell him this and this and that. Because if it was just flexing on a car, what's the harm in that? It's so many people in Detroit. That's all Detroit do is flex all day long. So what's really the harm in flexing in the car? But for him to come and say, hey, you need to tell him what's going on, there was something more than just flexing and taking pictures and doing that. It was definitely more than that. So yeah, it had to be something more for him to come to say, hey, you need to say something. So I feel like that's different. But for somebody who is hanging with someone and they know that they like them or what have you, but if you establish boundaries and let them know, like, hey, it's cool, you like me, whatever the case is, however, I'm in a relationship and that's where it's at, you know. So either they can respect it, and when you tell them that, you know, based off of that, you know, either they respect it, okay, cool, we can hang. If they keep crossing that boundary, then I gotta pull back, or I gotta stop fucking with you because you're not respecting what I'm telling you. And I think that's where, you know, people have to learn how to, you know, draw that line. And then based on you telling them, you know, placing that boundary in place, that they respect it or not, then that's when you can make that decision. But just ultimate disrespect, nah. Like, you gotta slide.
Ooh, this got deep.
That's what happens on the late night show.
But I wish her the best. For sure.
Do you? Because normally the thing about it is, you know, when motherfuckers say, I wish you the best, it's really like, fuck you.
Right.
No.
And that's what sound good on paper.
Honestly, like, we went back and forth on Facebook about a couple of things, and like, I always end the conversation with, I wish you health and I wish you well. And I meant that.
Was it in the inbox or was she?
No. It was literally
on
right
the Facebook.
there on the Facebook
I hate
post.
that. That's the worst too.
No, because she put it on the Facebook post. Like, she apologized for like all the bad things she did, and then I apologized because the thing is, when a breakup happens, it's never really just super one sided. Like, I definitely have my quirks about me. Mm-hmm. So for sure, I apologize for some of the stuff that I've done that she thought I did, all of that stuff. And when people ask, like, oh, well, why did y'all break up? We just had two different opinions on how relationships should go. That was the most respectful thing I could say about it. We had a difference in opinion on how.
That's
and that's what I'm trying
too.
You're a mature young man. You know that you're a very mature young man.
No. I really just don't. I don't like to put people in a position where they look like terrible people. Like, and that's why I'm trying to admit as much as I can and still tell the story straight, because I don't want people to go back and connect the dots and be like, oh, you did that to him and da da. Like, no, like that was years ago. That was 20 something. It was years ago. But she's a different person. I'm a different person. We don't even like. I don't even know if she. The only reason I know she's alive, I talked to one of her friends and he was like, oh, hey, such and such came by here a couple weeks ago. I don't see her. We don't talk about each other. We don't bring up each other. None of that. It's just, it is what it is. She's a memory. But I still wish her the best. I don't wish her any foul. Like you were saying at the beginning, people can change. She probably did a whole 180 as far as like how she handles relationships, and she's probably like the perfect girlfriend and the perfect, fiance, wife to somebody or whatever. But like at that time, it just wasn't clicking.
And it is a learning lesson. My earlier relationship, me, you know how they used to be like, would you date yourself if you no. Now, absolutely. I used to be like, I could never see myself dating myself. That would be horrible.
If I was a woman, I could not date myself before 25.
Yeah, I couldn't date myself before probably 35.
You older than 35? You young as hell. You look younger. Oh my goodness. Keep drinking water.
It's that black don't crack.
But like after 25, I think like I grew a lot, and I've had like, as far as relationship goes, I've had bad relationships, great relationships, good relationships. Probably some of the best times was like 30-ish, a little bit before and a little bit after that. But like when I was 30, it was on. It was a great time. Like it was because we had boundaries. And the woman that I was dating at the time, she really was like deeply into like making sure it was intentional. Everything was intentional, from finances to date nights to just regular chill nights and like what we were doing with each other. And then it just came to a point where it was a fucking great and smooth breakup, like probably one of the best in the history of breakups, because it was just like we kind of ran our course with each other, but we're still like super good friends to this day. But at the time, like it was great. But me, 25, and I don't cheat, I don't beat, I don't do none of that stuff. But I don't think that I was the correct man for a woman, because I just didn't know much about myself to try to get somebody else to like me or love me. After 25, I started just sitting down, learning more about myself, and I was like, excuse me, okay, you this type of nigga. Alright, work with that. Make it a little better. And now I can invite somebody in and say, okay, I like me, I like you, do you like me? And then the fourth
Check
person,
the box, yes or no?
no, honestly, and then it's do you like you? Because like I honestly want somebody that likes themselves. It's very difficult to deal with somebody who doesn't like themselves. And you have to tell them that they're pretty, or you have to tell them that they're good. Oh, I don't look good, and I ain't nothing, and like I don't got time to be like I'm gonna uplift you and all of that stuff. But every day, like twice a day, 3 times a day, like we need some counseling, baby, because you're a beautiful person, you're a wonderful person. Like I'm gonna be for real, 100% honest. I'm handsome, but I ain't the prettiest nigga on the block. The woman that I deal with has to look amazing, astonishing.
Beauty and the Beast.
That's it.
I'm
Boom.
shallow.
I don't know.
I'm a little bit shallow like that too.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit shallow.
Like she has to be like super bad.
So she gotta be super bad, and you gonna be looking like
No. I'll just
As far as what he can't change.
I can't.
What is he can't change his
he
face?
can.
No.
He can't change
I
his
can't
face.
change his face. Yeah,
You can
That's
change
his-
a lot.
He said that's his face.
I can lose weight.
Yeah.
I can get surgery on his lazy eye.
Yeah.
That's about all.
Oh man.
That's it.
Oh, y'all clown.
That's it.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
Little fresh cut, little doobie.
I mean,
you know
you
what I'm
do that,
saying?
For sure. Yeah, do that for
Yeah.
sure. For sure. I've been working all week. I got fucking
What do you mean?
3,000
What do you mean?
hours.
What do you mean?
Yeah. And then I ain't got time for your shit today. No, but like,
my God.
and then and my thing is, I'll definitely add to that situation where it's like, look, I just want you to look the best at all times. If you used to looking the best, guess what? I'm gonna pay for your hair. I'm gonna pay for your nails. Like I even had this thing like, and it might be holding me from having a child. If my girl has a child, I'm single now, but I get a girl, we get married. We don't get married. She has a child. I already know, bro. Save her for this kid. Save her for her. Save her for the mommy makeover.
They don't make them like you no more. They don't make them like you.
But he's saying she got to have surgery.
No, I'm not saying she has to have surgery.
He
but
just
guess
saying
what?
he gonna put it
Here's
aside just in case she wants.
If she wants,
she wants
that
the
surgery.
mommy.
I honestly,
awesome, though.
I want natural as hell.
I
want
like
that.
natural.
I don't want no bug booty. You can
I
have
like
fucking bee sting titties. I don't care.
I like
I'm gonna
natural.
like you for
I
sure.
like natural.
But if you have that baby for me to extend my lineage, guess what I'm gonna do? If you like, I don't want you to go through the postpartum part of the postpartum. I'm sorry, the postpartum part of I look like this, I look like that. As soon as you can get surgery and you want to go get surgery, here you go. I done stopped working on my car for 9 months. I done saved this up. When you was at home, all of the cravings, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure you're comfortable.
What kind of car are you working on?
Oh, I got an 88. I've been working on that 88 Camaro since 2010.
That's
I done put $50,000. I changed the engine every damn 2-3 years. That's my baby.
it's running.
Oh, it's running. It's running for sure. I got to start it up. I need a new battery.
You want to race me in my M6? I want to race them.
Oh, you want to race? You want to race? Oh, you want to do illegal stuff on the streets?
On the street.
Tell your corporate people you just playing.
I'm just playing.
No, but
I would never.
yeah, never.
Never.
No, but definitely, that's even the potential situation. Like, I don't want to have to get with somebody and like, oh, well, she got the potential to do this. She got the no. You look good right now, and I like you right there. If you want to stay right there, I'm gonna do whatever you can do to stay right there. And I probably get that from a whole lot of old niggas that I be hanging around. Them old niggas be loving to take
Just
care
go
of their
meet her
wife.
mama. That's always a good sign. You save
Right.
you some money.
You right. Where you come from? Because you shoulder is right. The mama be a 20-year version of her.
Yeah. You see where she headed.
Oh, man, look at my daddy. My daddy look like a ragamuffin. I think I need to work out some more. You just made me think about that. 'Cause Big Ricky is not the most handsome man. He just smooth as hell. Anyway, where was we talking about? This way.
Well, we
You
got
talk-
2 minutes, so what's your final thoughts and shit for this conversation?
Final thoughts is don't stick around for too long. Leave when you know you're supposed to leave.
It get worse. The more
It
you
will get
overstay,
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be
Worse
good
before it
friends with
get
her
better.
brother, for sure.
Yeah.
Be good friends with her brother.
man, be loyal to your family. Family first.
He said be good friends with her brother.
Not all family.
Not all.
Yeah.
Boy.
Where's Nasiah?
Oh yeah.
Oh, boy. So with that being said, we out here, Roxy?
We're out of here. See y'all next Thursday. Peace.
Peace.
Well.
That was a
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.